You all right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, when you're ready.
Good.
What's your verdict, Phil, on that?
The girls are really disappointed. Disappointed because I think it was a really good occasion, and they've sent it was a send off, and they wanted to probably celebrate more at the end than what we were allowed to do because obviously we lost the game. But yeah, I was stood on the touchline thinking of you know, I thought we were doing everything right. I thought we were passing the ball well with speed. Once they got that goal, it was always going to be more difficult. They got deeper and deeper, and I'd say the only probably slight negative from my point of view is that we were crossing the ball too much. We were crossing the ball into areas where they were just stood. I wanted us to be a little bit more, have a bit more composure, and to pass the ball a little bit into boxes and get Kirby, Carney, Mead or Paris on the ball and try and weave a goal rather than just keep putting the ball into the box. So I think because of their goal, it made us a little bit anxious in the final third. And it felt, even with 75 minutes, I looked up at the clock and it felt as if the players started to get desperate, and there was still 15 minutes plus 4 minutes injury time. So we tried to get the message on just to keep taking the extra passes. But I actually thought the occasion of wanting so badly to get back in the game meant that they were just so desperate, and in the end we didn't have enough to break them down. And ultimately, in the first 25 minutes, I thought we should have been 2 or 3 up. And if we'd have been 2 or 3-0 up, the game would have been simple. It felt like an attack v defence game from the side, where they just hit us probably on a sucker punch.
I know you've got no frame of reference yourself. But I mean, are you satisfied going in with your preparations going into France overall?
Yeah, I mean,
The health, isn't there?
well, there's not clean bill. We've got 4 injuries. Yeah, we've got 4 injuries. So we're going to have to be really careful with them. The last 3 weeks, the players have worked so hard. But from 3 weeks ago when we met up, all they wanted was to get to Tuesday. So every day we've been counting the days down, because Tuesday, from our point of view, is where we want to be. So these games haven't been a little bit of a nuisance for us. And New Zealand said the same thing. They feel exactly the same way in terms of getting out to France. So I'm happy. I'm contented. I think I saw today a team that played with confidence and ability. But we lost the game, and we don't like losing.
Phil, notwithstanding you've got 4 injuries, do you know your team that's going to start Sunday week?
Yeah.
Have you intimated or told the players?
No.
Can you notice on those injuries for the seriousness?
Well, there was Demi Stokes, Rachel Daly, 2 fullbacks, wasn't involved today. Mary Earps wasn't involved today, and Jade Moore wasn't involved today. So they picked up, Demi picked up a knock in the Denmark game, and Rachel and Jade picked up knocks in training yesterday alongside Mary Earps. So it was the reason we brought Anna Blundell in this week as a training player. She'll obviously go home tomorrow. I mean, the injuries are minor knocks. It's not going to mean that we're going to have to be changing the squad or anyway, but I always like the 23 training every single day, and we didn't have that yesterday.
How hard is it to balance? You've got a squad of players out there who will want to give 100% and play a football match. How hard is it to manage that when you know you've got such an important game in a week's time?
It's difficult. I spoke to the players about it today, because when you go into a major championship, the warm-up games are really difficult, because you want to get your rhythm, you want to get your form, but you've got one eye on Scotland, or you've got one eye on the championship and getting out to the country that you're going to. So the really, it's catch-22 for a player. They don't want to get injured, but they want to find the form, and training has been really good. The 2 games we've played, you can see that there's probably one eye on getting out to France. So it's difficult for a player. It's human nature. You see some of the other performances of the other countries leading up to the World Cup. Everybody feels the same. New Zealand felt the same today. We spoke before the game with their manager, Tom, and he said their players are the same. These friendlies, they go to Wales on Tuesday, and really they don't really want that game, because they just want to get out to France. So it's a fine balance of getting everybody available, getting everybody out there with to get minutes, to get up to speed, but also being cautious in terms of what you want to get to when you get to France, because you need freshness when we get to France.
Phil, what are your wider reflections on the 4 games and the warm-ups with 2 wins and 2 defeats overall over those 4?
The 2 defeats have been actually really good for us. The Canada one was a really good defeat for us because we came up against a really experienced side who knew how to win games of football, who knew how to dig in and tactically were really astute. So that was really important. I think that was probably our most important game we've played because I think when you get to last 16, last quarter-final stages, we're going to come up against teams that are not just going to play expansive football and not going to lay down and just let you just roll all over them. But there's going to be a lot of what we've done today. So I think the Canada in this game have been really good exercises for us in terms of the types of challenges that we're going to come up against against Argentina, maybe against Scotland or against Japan. But when we get to the last 16 and hopefully the last 8, I think teams will be really tactically astute against us, doubling up on our wide players. So it's been really good challenges for our players.
And you mentioned the 4 minor knocks. Can I just double check as well? We saw Millie Wright had some strapping.
No, she's fine.
Right?
She's fine.
And are any of those 4 minor knocks making them doubtful for Scotland?
No. They'll hopefully be back training Wednesday, Thursday next week.
Just regards to Jodie Taylor, what do you say to her in terms of her goals for England? It's over a year now since she scored for England, but if you forgive me using a men's game reference, can you hope that she'll maybe be like an Alan Shearer Euro '96 where there's no goals for a long time and then there's loads in the tournament? What can you say to her around that?
Yeah, I'm not worried about my goal scorers really, because I know that they'll get chances. I thought Jodie should have scored 2 today. And she said the same, so I'm not worried. She was out for a long time, and I think it was from October international. She didn't really get back playing until January, February, and she, obviously her club. Her first appearance, I think, was in She Believes when she came on and then started the Japan game. So she's just still finding her rhythm, but I think she's a big game player, and when the big games come, Jodie Taylor will score goals. Thank you.
Last one.
How do you stop this being any way deflating for their confidence? How do you sort of turn them around, get them ready?
Well, I'm not deflated. I think you take your mood off the manager sometimes, and what I've noticed a lot since I've came into women's football is that the manager does set the tone in terms of the mood, and if I'm happy, they're happy. If I'm sad or angry, they're angry and sad as well. So I feel totally relaxed about what I saw today. And that's what I told them at the end. I think my lecture at the end was about what they're going to do in the next 2 or 3 days when they've got off, how they're going to recover, how they're going to be mentally switch off, see the families, walk the dogs, do whatever they have to do. Don't be going out there doing anything that's going to fatigue them, put them under pressure in any way. So I've told them to keep focused, told them that we're going in the right direction, and actually told them that actually we all want to be there on Tuesday meeting at Heathrow at 11 o'clock in the morning, ready to get to where we want to be. 16 months ago when I addressed the team in La Manga, we wanted to get to this point, and we're at this point now. It's been a long time since we beat Wales, and there's been a lot of talking, a lot of appearances, a lot of press conferences, a lot of whatever we've done. And it just feels as if now, it's felt the last probably 10 days as if we're probably becoming a little bit tired of all that now, and we just want to get down to business.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.